They should not.
Richard here today.
Good morning. I'm Berks County Commissioner Christian Leinbach, and I want to welcome you to the Commissioners Board meeting for April the 30th. We're obviously in person. We're also broadcasting via Microsoft Teams Town Hall and also broadcasting via Berks Community Television. We'll call the meeting to order with a moment of silence followed by a pledge to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, I'll recognize my executive assistant, Veronica Lepore, to read the public comment notice.
Good morning. Thank you. Public comment will be accepted in person and through the Q&A function. Please include your first name, last name, and municipality for all comments. Any comments without name and municipality will not be considered. Each citizen can submit one comment. Comment length is dictated by limitations of the platform being used, Teams Q&A. In-person comments will be accepted first, followed by comments submitted virtually. The meeting comment period is limited to a total of 30 minutes, including both in-person and virtual comments. This time period may be extended at the discretion of the board. Please be concise. Comments that are germane to county business will be read during the meeting and should not be considered to be interactive dialogue with the commissioners. The county solicitor shall be the final arbiter of whether a comment is germane and should be read. Any commissioner response to public comment will be done at the discretion of the commissioners.
Thank you very much, Veronica. Are there any additions or corrections for the April 23rd meeting minutes? Hearing none, the minutes will stand approved as presented. There's no public comment on specific agenda items in person. There appears to be none online, so we will move to our agenda. Item 1, authorizing. Yeah, I have you listed under general public comment. That's okay. We do, and it's good for me to remind even our general public, at the beginning, if there is a specific comment on an item on the agenda, we'd like to hear it before we vote on it. At the end, it's general public comment, and that's what yours is under. Okay, not a problem. Item 1, authorizing under that budget department. Item A, adopt a resolution authorizing 2026 budget transfers in the amount of $162,388 and 2026 appropriations in the amount of $1,774,551 per listing dated April the 24th of 2026. There's one item listed under Human Resources. Authorize the transfer of Mary Stelmach from Senior Governmental Accountant, Team Lead, Controller's Office to Fiscal Manager, Workforce Development Board. There are several items listed under the Commissioners. Item A, adopt a resolution authorizing Berks County Court Administration to submit an application and all supporting documents for the Bureau of Justice Assistance Fiscal Year 2025 Treatment Court Program on behalf of the Berks County Adult Probation and Parole Department. If awarded, the grant requires a 25% county match. This resolution shall further authorize the chair or the chief operations officer to execute all documents and agreements necessary to facilitate and assist in obtaining the requested grant. Item B, adopt a resolution authorizing a letter of support for Habitat for Humanity of Berks County's Neighborhood Partnership Program tax credit through the Pennsylvania Department of Community and Economic Development for blight remediation projects in the city of Reading. Item C, adopt a resolution authorizing the Board of Commissioners to execute a funding agreement and any and all necessary related documents providing $12 million from the County of Berks to the Redevelopment Authority of the County of Berks for certain improvements and upgrades to the Colebrookdale Railroad line and for consolidation of certain prior debts of the authority, resulting in a total principal sum of $19,293,615. Such funding agreement, together with a promissory note, mortgage, and any and all securities agreements and other necessary and related documents for the transaction, shall be subject to final review and approval of the Berks County Solicitor's Office. Item 2, a motion to authorize the execution of contract agreements, amendments, as set forth on the contract agenda listing dated April the 27th of 2026. There are a total of 5 contracts. There are 2 with the Berksheim. There are 2 jointly with Children and Youth Services and Juvenile Probation, and there's 1 with Facilities and Operations. Item 3, a motion to authorize the execution of payments and electronic transfers for the week ending May 1st of 2026. Item 4, a motion to authorize the execution of employee payroll disbursements dated May 5th of 2026.
Motion to approve the agenda as presented?
Mr. Chairman, I will second the motion, but I reserve making comments, if I may, please, on one of the items.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Motion is made and seconded. Go ahead.
I approve the agenda with the exception of item C under the commissioners with regards to the resolution authorizing $19,296,15 to the redevelopment authority for the Colebrookdale Railroad. Nothing against the Colebrookdale Railroad. I think they do a great job up there, but I'm just concerned with the amount that we're appropriating. We have many other priorities this coming year and the years to come. That's going to strain our finances in a tight budget year. The building construction, infrastructure changes and upgrades that we have to make at the services center, the courthouse, the youth detention center is out there. We're going to have to take a bond out for that as well. So my concern is long-term economic viability with regards to this amount. Again, it's nothing against the Colebrookdale Railroad, but I just can't in good conscience support it. So I'll be a no on item C under the commissioners. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I respect your honesty and your position on this. This is a railroad that was purchased out of abandonment in my first term, very early in my first term, for $1.3 million to keep the freight rail alive. The freight rail operation continues to operate today under Eastern Berks Gateway Railroad. The Colebrookdale Railroad Trust, which is the tourism side, didn't come into the picture until, I'm going to say, around 2013, 14, somewhere in there. They're doing a very good job. The challenge, and hindsight's 2020, if I had it to do over again, I'm not sure I would have bought the railroad, but the redevelopment authority, which is the sole authority of the county, owns the real estate of the railroad. And the condition of the tracks and the condition of the bridges are such that if this money isn't appropriated to the redevelopment authority, the railroad will shut down. It's that simple. I was just on the railroad a week ago, amazed how slow it has to go. And these dollars are exclusively to match, and I don't have the numbers right in front of me, but I know just one of the grants is over $16 million. It will generate somewhere in the vicinity of a total of $30 million, which is necessary to upgrade the tracks, the ties, and the numerous bridges on the 9+ mile railroad. And I get that. I'm the only one that was here then, and I can't in good conscience take all those years of commitment and financial investment and just let it go up in smoke. So I am supporting it.
I'm also supporting it, and for basically the same reasons mentioned by Commissioner Linebaugh. So I'm not going to go through those again, but also in my point of view, it is an economic driver for that part of the county, and it has done a great job in revitalizing the Boyertown and surrounding areas. So that's why I will be voting in favor of it.
Yeah, I would also mention, I was going to mention this in my comments. Tuesday evening, I attended the annual meeting for Building a Better Boyertown. And in their presentation, at least 3 different times, they referenced the Colebrookdale Railroad, either by name or by a particular project taking place at or next to the Colebrookdale Railroad. It's become a central piece of the economy in Boyertown and is beneficial. Really, it's a joint county because about 1.5 miles goes into Montgomery County, into the borough of Pottstown.
Again, I don't want to say that the Colebrookdale Railroad doesn't do something good for the northern part of our county, but the amount of money that we're appropriating, I don't think it jives with the economic development, the economic opportunity. I'm still, if you could show me some data on that, I would be more than willing to look at it, how it has done, what it has done for the Boyertown community. But I'm going to be voting no because of the concern about the budget process.
Okay, any other comments? Hearing none. All those in favor of the motion to approve the agenda with the exception of Commissioner Santoni as a no vote on item C, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The motion is carried. We'll move to reports of our treasurer and controller. Neither our treasurer nor is deputy are here, so I have the treasurer's report. General account total is $244,959,271.77. There's a balance to clear of $4,292,018.49, leaving a balance of $240,667,253.28. With that, I'll recognize our Berks County Controller, Joe Rutterow, with the Controller's Report. Joe, good to have you back. By the way, Thomas did a great job explaining the role of the Controller last week because it was bring your daughters and sons to work day. We had a packed house, and he did it like 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. Would you agree?
Absolutely.
We've
Great
said,
job.
I think he might have done better than even the controller.
I think
There you go. I think he said he did do better than the
I think I
controller.
did say that.
All right. Thank you, Chairman Linebaugh. For the week ending May 1st, 2026, we have an accounts payable and total cash disbursement of $13,377,143.05. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Joe. Moving to our Chief Operations Officer, Kevin Barnhart, with your report.
Thank you, Commissioner Linebaugh. Our team has nothing to offer at the present time. Thank you.
Okay. I have several items to go over. One, I wanted to note that on Monday, we received an email from Diane Gatorno from CHR. They are the management firm for the Berksheim. And it says, congratulations to Berksheim for being back up to a 5-star overall facility. The staffing star rating increased to a 5-star for the April 2026 report, moving the overall rating to a 5-star rating. Keep up the great work. I want to thank CHR for their leadership, Josh Grove, our administrator, but all of the employees and all of the volunteers. We were just last Friday at the Berksheim Volunteers Luncheon. I talked to most of the volunteers that were there and let them know without them, I doubt that Fifth Star would be there. They make so much possible for that facility. Just a great job, and we're thrilled to see the Berksheim back up at 5 stars. On Monday afternoon, right here in this room, Reading and Berks County hosted the monthly meeting of the Schuylkill River Passenger Rail Authority. It was an excellent meeting. We had presentations from David Barr from planning from the city of Reading, also from Heather Zimmerman, our Visitors Bureau Executive Director, which is now called Experience Reading and Berks County. The chamber gave out local goodie bags from the community to each of the members. I think my favorite part of that was the box of chocolates from Billy's Candies, but they did a great job. It was a great opportunity to show off our community and to continue the process forward with the restoration of passenger rail service. I'm going to quickly share my screen. On what did I do here?
Not me.
I'm going to play this. It's muted. We'll play it. So Monday, shortly after lunch, I got a phone call from the National Association of Counties. I've been on the board there since 2012 and spent about 6.5 years as part of their executive leadership team. And they invited my wife and I to join about 8 other staff and the president and his wife of our National Association, Judge J.D. Clark of Wise County, Texas, to go down and be able to not participate directly, but be there to see a historic event. The King of, I initially had said England, but I was standing next to an Englishman and a Scotsman. And this sounds like a joke, but it's not. The Scotsman looked at me, he said, he's not the King of England, he's the King of Great Britain or the United Kingdom. I'm from Scotland. I said, okay, sorry, I just was thinking King of England. But King Charles and Queen Camilla, it was an amazing event. I won't go into all the details, but we arrived at the point I took these pictures at about 8:15 a.m. and the program started about 10:45. and we were standing the entire time. Saw various bands, the Navy band perform, the United States Air Force band perform, the United States Army fife and drum corps perform, and they did both the U.S. national anthem and the British national anthem, which the British national anthem included a 21-gun salute. It was an impressive event. The speech was non-political. President Trump spoke. I thought it was a phenomenal speech. It was inspiring. It was funny at times. He talked about his mother, who is from Scotland, from the Hebrides. But it was exciting to be able to be part of history. And I want to publicly thank the National Association of Counties for the opportunity to be part of that historic event. I came home the same day, and I was actually back here in the office, and then drove down to Boyertown. And as I noted, was able to be part of the Building a Better Boyertown. That's the Boyertown Main Street program, their annual meeting. They presented several awards, including an award to the most beautiful tree in Boyertown. They do that annually, I believe, for a number of years. They've been a part of Arbor Day national program for 20 years. And one of the things they do is not just recognize volunteers, which they did, but recognizing a tree. It was a red oak tree. They had pictures of it. But again, want to compliment Boyertown. They do amazing work in that community, celebrating their community. The last thing I'm going to touch on is yesterday morning, we had our spring municipal breakfast co-hosted by CELG and the Berks Municipal Partnership. As always, Fred Levering, mayor of Wyomissing, kind of facilitated the meeting. For those that know, Andrea Wiest has been with Albright College and CELG for 16 years. She is retiring, and this was her last municipal breakfast. The entire crowd gave her a standing ovation. There were a handful of topics discussed, but clearly the county 911 radio upgrades for law enforcement, EMS, fire. Fire was the main focus, number of questions. We were able to answer, I think, most of the questions. But I thought it was a very good meeting. So that's all that I have. Next up is Commissioner Dante Santoni.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I've got just a couple quick things. Just follow up on two of the things that you mentioned. I do want to reiterate the importance of the volunteers at Berksheim. They do a great job. We were really honored and privileged to be able to recognize them last Friday. Just another follow up on the Commissioner's CELG breakfast meeting yesterday. We did get a lot of good information, but I want to recognize Andrea Wiest, who is retiring. It was her last meeting, so I want to publicly recognize Andrea for all the great work that she did at CELG, and we wish her the best in her retirement. A couple other things. We are, the County Planning Commission is in the process of having some meetings. There's 7 meetings countywide, starting on May the 4th, ending on May 21st, getting information with our Imagine Berks comprehensive plan. Ashley Showers and her team will be at all the different sites. If you go on our website, you can see where your municipality is, and we welcome input from the community and elected officials in those communities. It's broken down by region, as I said. And the last thing is Taco Fest is this Saturday in downtown Reading. The Cinco de Mayo 5K run is right along with it. It's from 12 noon to 6 p.m. If you need more information, go on the Experience Reading and Berks County website and enjoy Taco Fest this weekend. Mr. Chairman, that is all I have.
Thank you, Commissioner Santoni. Moving now to Commissioner Michael Rivera.
Thank you, Commissioner Linebaugh. Have a few comments. One is the Berks First magazine, the spring issue, is now out. There's about 80,000 people that receive it directly to their homes. If you would like a copy and don't receive it, please reach out to our office. We also have it at different locations where you may go and sit down and read it as well, different areas throughout the community. Or if you're a business, an office, a school, and would like some for your lobby where people sit down and wait, please reach out as well and we'll get some to you. But this magazine goes out and it has information about the county, very informative. So please read it. And if you want one, please reach out to my office. Also, I also want to thank the volunteers at the Berks Heim. Really, volunteers in organizations help make the organization run and work efficiently. Some of the volunteers at the Berks Heim, believe it or not, have been there over 35 years. I think we had a handful of people that had been there over 35 years. And one of those volunteers is looking forward to being able to be at the Heim once that time comes for her. So she's been there serving over 35, I think it was 37 years, and she loves it so much. That's where she wants to be. Also, this past Monday, I did my BC TV show, and it was with Rex Levengood, our Director of Facilities and Operations, and Josh Williams. First BC TV show, our TV show for Rex. I want to congratulate him for being a good sport and being there. He initially did not want to do it, but he agreed to do it, and he did a great job. So Rex, congratulations. And I told him I'd invite him back every month if he wanted to be on the show. He said, thank you, but no thank you. But he did a good job. If you have the opportunity, go on to BC TV, watch the show. We spoke about what the day-to-day of facilities and operations looks like here in Berks County. On this Saturday is the Hamburg Public Library grand opening and ribbon cutting at 1 p.m. The library is located at 35 North 3rd Street in Hamburg. So if you have the opportunity, please join them this Saturday again at 1 o'clock for the Hamburg Public Library grand opening and ribbon cutting. I will not be able to be there, but I wanted to pass on the information in case anyone was in the area and wanted to go participate in the ribbon cutting and check out the library there. On Monday, there is a small business expo at the Doubletree Reading from 4 to 7 p.m. So if you are a small business, please drop by. And even if you're not a small business, please drop by and see the different businesses that will be there. Again, it's this Monday from 4 to 7 p.m. at the Doubletree in Reading. And this is done in partnership with the County of Berks and the Community and Economic Development Department. One item I want to bring as well before I conclude my remarks is that this morning I made a public announcement, and I just want to read my comments here to make it public here as well. It's on my Facebook page, but I want to have it here as part of the meeting as well. And it says, here to share an important decision with you, one that has not come quickly or easily. After much prayer, deep reflection, and many conversations with my family, I have decided that I will not be seeking re-election next year. Serving in this role over the past 6 years has been one of the greatest honors of my life. I am deeply grateful for the trust you have placed in me and for the opportunity to work alongside so many dedicated individuals and organizations to strengthen our community and forge our county's future. This decision ultimately comes down to a desire to focus fully on my family's real estate business, which is an important part of our lives. Stepping back from public office will allow me to give that responsibility the time and attention it deserves. That said, I want to be very clear. My commitment to this role has not changed. I will continue to serve out the remainder of my term with the same dedication, energy, and sense of responsibility that I have brought to this position from day one. There is still important work to be done, and I remain fully focused on seeing it through. I also want you to know that while I may be stepping away from elected office, I am not stepping away from this community. I will remain engaged, involved, and committed to supporting the place we call home. And I felt that now was the appropriate time to share this decision out of respect for you and the process ahead. Thank you again for the privilege of serving you. It has truly meant more to me than I can express. I want to just emphasize a few things here. this is not a goodbye. I still have this year and next year, which I will be serving. And as noted here, I'm going to be fully engaged and focused as I've have been since the beginning. And some people may ask, well, why are you doing this now when you still have about 20 months to go? Well, the reason is simple. One, this is not a job that you would say, okay, I'm giving 2 weeks notice. Thank you for everything, bye, and someone else will be hired for the job. This is an elected position. Next year, there are elections for this position. I felt now was an appropriate time to make it clear that I am not running, rather than have it set at the last minute, as has happened before, and try to sandbag someone into running. And that's not what that's not what I want to happen. I want the people to have the opportunity that want to run for this position, that they have the opportunity to reach out to me, to Commissioner Linebaugh as well, and let us know about their interest. So again, it's not a goodbye. It's not that I'm stepping down in 2 weeks or 2 months. I will be serving out my full term, which runs, I believe, till January 4th of 2028, and I will be fully engaged in this. But I do want to thank everyone for their support and the kind words that I have received so far, as I have been letting people know in these past few days and after I made the announcement publicly this morning.
Thank you very much. Oh, sorry.
One more item. We have an election board meeting today at 11 a.m. So
Thank you very much, Commissioner Rivera, and thank you for being so transparent. And I think my colleague would agree, in the arena that we're in today, political transparency is not readily available. Everybody's got their angle, and it's healthy and refreshing to have someone do what Commissioner Rivera has done.
Yeah, just, I know we have another year and a half, so we'll have more to say about our colleague, Commissioner Rivera, but I do want to thank him for his service so far and for his continued service until the end of next year. And he made a decision that he thought was best for his family, and I commend him for that and wish you the best.
thank you.
Okay. Any comments from our row officers?
Officer.
Row officer, yes. Good point.
Nothing to offer.
Okay.
Thank you.
Public comment, we have one person in person. I'm going to try to pronounce your name. Is it Phyla? Bach? Bach from Kutztown. If you would step up to the microphone, you have 3 minutes for your comments.
Okay, my name's Phyla Bach. I live in Kutztown, and I want to thank you for the opportunity to speak today. I wish to address the rapid spread of AI data centers in the U.S. and Pennsylvania. Hyperscale data centers can cover hundreds of acres of land and consume astronomical quantities of electricity and water. They rely on backup diesel generators that emit high levels of air pollution, and their increased electricity demand raises utility costs for other consumers. They further generate noise, light, and thermal pollution. While their construction creates temporary jobs, once in operation, they employ only a handful of workers. Currently, 38 new data centers are planned to be built in Pennsylvania, and several communities are now up in arms against them. These include East Vincent Township in Chester County, South Whitehall in Lehigh, South Anvil in Lebanon, not to mention the monster plan in Archbold, Lackawanna County, and the one now under construction in Middlesex, Cumberland County. I'm grateful to the Reading Eagle for publishing several articles on data centers, highlighting how municipal zoning ordinances are the principal defense against them. I've learned from Taylor Lawrence that the Berks County Planning Commission has developed guidance for county municipalities for updating their ordinances to address the use. He told me that it has been disseminated through their monthly newsletter to them. I'm here to ask you to publicly and strongly urge all Berks municipalities, if they have not already done so, to get to work now updating their zoning ordinances to protect them from the harmful impacts of data centers. The State House passed a bill creating a model ordinance, and Penn Future has one as well. Last week, the Delaware Riverkeeper and Food and Water Watch hosted a webinar that brought up something I hadn't seen mentioned elsewhere. Section 609.2 of the Municipalities Planning Code allows municipalities to pass a curative amendment which imposes a 180-day moratorium on particular use applications while relevant ordinances are amended. This is extremely important. Delaware Riverkeeper, by the way, has a model ordinance posted on their website that is more concise than Penn Future's. So I urge you to call a meeting, a press conference, or some event where you can publicly and strongly urge all Berks municipalities to upgrade their zoning ordinances fast to address the urgent threat of data centers, utilizing the curative amendment if appropriate. Also, urge the people to support this action by their local officials. I'm giving you this letter plus the data center handout I made for Reading Earth Day, and the current Berks County drought map. That shows over 50% of the county in severe drought on April 21st.
So thank you very much for your comments. And if you have anything, you can give it to our chief clerk. And once we get through public comment, I will respond. I have some information that you may not be aware of. We have another comment online. It is from Craig Schaefer from Cumru Township. I am calling on every county commissioner to denounce the illegal actions of ICE in Berks County and to unanimously agree not to cooperate with ICE in the illegal and unwarranted detention of Berks residents. I do not want my tax dollars used to help deport or illegally detain my neighbors, my friends, and my family. This issue is of utmost importance to members of my community and me. And then one more from Malcolm Towns. Malcolm actually, some people know him. He's actually running our IS system right now. As producer of the meeting, I can't post this question, so he put it in the chat. Malcolm Towns, Wernersville. Your participation in welcoming of King Charles made me curious if there is an organization or group to prompt collaboration and camaraderie between Berks County, Pennsylvania, and Berkshire County, UK. Thanks. And so that is the end, I think, of all our public comment. No other public comment. So we'll close public comment and give an opportunity for comment from individuals, commissioners, and that's always at our discretion. One, to address Malcolm's comment, yes, we are. Donna Reed, who's part of our Berks 275th committee, along with, I'm trying to think who else brought this up. Oh, Charlie Adams has also brought this up. We are working to connect with our sister city in Germany and also our sister county in England for the 2027 Berks 275th celebration. Now, I found out something interesting. At the event, I was standing next to an Englishman by the name of James, and he asked where I was from, and he knew immediately Berks County. And if you remember at your kickoff, and you'll remember this, Charlie Adams insisted it's called Berkshire, England. James insisted it's called Berkshire, England. So I'll when I'm here, I'll go with Charlie Adams. But when I'm talking to James, who lives in London, I'll go with Berkshire. But he knew exactly where we were. They have their own city of Reading, spelled reading, so he could appreciate that as well. Secondly, and I'm going to share my screen. This is for Phyla, but also for anyone that might be listening. If you would like more information on what was referenced, the Berks County Planning Commission, if you go to berkspa.gov, under departments, click on Planning Commission, this page will come up. Towards the bottom, there's a section called Planning Advice. And under Planning Advice, there are 3 sections dealing with advice to local municipalities. In Pennsylvania, county government cannot write or dictate zoning, subdivision regulations. Under the code, it's done at the municipal level. So the city of Reading handles their own local municipal zoning codes, et cetera, and all of the municipalities. Data centers, this information went out to all of the municipalities, 72 in Berks County, recommending that they look at these recommendations as it comes to data centers and codes. To date, only 1 municipality has adopted an ordinance on data centers, and that is Cumru Township. I'm going to say roughly 3 or 4 weeks ago, and they did that with or in conjunction with the County Planning Commission. I'm not going to weigh in on the risks. I've talked about that publicly. There are risks. There are also benefits, but it's about doing it right and in the right place, not doing it wrong and in the wrong place. So there's very good information out there. You click on this link, it actually will bring up a PDF and additional resources, but you can click on this PDF and actually print out the planning advice on data centers from our Berks County Planning. But in addition, they list links to a lot of other resources, some of which you referenced, many of which you did not. There's municipal resources, Commonwealth resources, and Loudoun County, Virginia. For the record, I don't want to become Loudoun County, Virginia. Loudoun County, Virginia has the highest concentration of data centers in the world. However, there's a lot to be learned from Loudoun County, Virginia. In talking to some of their leaders that I know, they admit that in the beginning, mistakes were made. They've learned from those mistakes, and a lot of changes have been made. But data centers, as long as we're not going to put the AI, the generative AI genie back in the bottle, that isn't going to happen. Data centers are necessary to operate that, but they need to be built in accordance with appropriate specifications and ordinances and in the right places. And that's my opinion, but I feel pretty strongly about it. And at this point, I know there's talk, and I've been involved with this Commonwealth. There's talk of 300 data centers. Right now, I'm not aware of a single actual data center project in Berks. I'm aware of discussions and talk, but not actual physical projects. And so now is the time for a municipality to get these ordinances in place. If you wait till the data center application comes and you haven't updated your ordinances, you're going to run into serious problems because you can't change the rules once the application comes into play. So that's all that I have. My colleagues, any comments?
Just quickly, there was a couple things there. The ICE situation, I think I've been very public in my opposition to that. I'm very clear with regards to that issue. And just to follow up on what Commissioner Linebaugh said with regards to the information getting out on the data centers, I mentioned during my comments about the Imagine Berks Comprehensive Plan meetings, regional meetings that are starting May the 4th. And I'm almost positive that as part of that presentation, Ashley and her team will, as Planning Commission employees, will give information to all those communities that have been invited. As Commissioner Linebaugh said, one municipality, Coomer, has already passed an ordinance. But I'm sure and I'm hoping that others will follow suit. It's important to get in front of that and be proactive with regards to the data centers that are on the horizon. So that's all I have.
Yeah, and I'll add to that. When you don't get in front of it, you have the kind of situation that is still going on in Lyons, Pennsylvania, with utility grade solar farm. It is still negatively impacting two adjacent farms with runoff issues. Both of those farms are preserved farms, so it's very limited what you can physically do on those farms to address the issue. But that's an example of where the project came in before there were any local municipal regulations in place. And that project has been completed for approximately 2 years, up operating, producing power, and still not meeting their permit requirements. And that's just not right. Anything?
Yep.
Okay. That brings us to the end of our agenda.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
Meeting is adjourned. 11 o'clock, we'll have the election board meeting.